A quick update from day 3 here in Florida. I flew on Thursday. It's now Sunday, and when I landed and I drove the hire car out of the airport, my data just didn't work. I was lost for 15 minutes, pulled over in a small petrol station to work out how to navigate through Florida, a 40-minute drive to where I was staying. I made it, and luckily the data turned back on in about halfway back, so that was pretty lucky. Day 1, Friday, pitched up to the clinic, initially paid for the labs and all the testing, and then I had to go and have an ECG to check my heart was okay based on me starting a new medication about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and there is some evidence of people having arrhythmia and cardiac problems. Anyway, initial test came out. The nurse was told, do it again, you put the electrodes in the wrong place. So I got the electrodes moved, she did it again, he came back in and said, let me see what you're doing. And she said, look, this has never happened to me before. And the doctor then said after the 3rd attempt, look, there's an abnormal reading here, I'm not here to consult with you, please send it to your doctor and on your way. I left that clinic in a panic, if I was honest, and I spoke to my sister because she's helped me with some of the financial aspect of this initial part this first week, because whilst we've made massive progress with the GoFundMe, it takes time for all of that to process. So it's just like juggling balls. My thought was I'm going to have to go home, I've made a mistake, the panic part of me, and then the other part was going, just calm down, relax, move forward with intention. And I went and got a local SIM card. And then as I got back to my apartment, I was told or phoned and said, look, you're okay to continue. Yes, there is an abnormal. And I went back, sorted out the treatment part of the plan, and then hey presto, had the first treatment. Felt good, felt like it was having an impact, which is amazing. And you can feel it in the bone marrow as it starts to activate and regenerate the immune cells. And the rest of Friday was fine. As it transpires, I got my labs and my sodium was low. Just for some of my biohacking stuff, I fasted on the way out here. But I fasted on the way out here, which helps reset the circadian rhythm. I'll have to say my circadian rhythm has not reset whilst I've been here, and I'm doing my best with eating earlier in the day to keep my eating cycles at the same rough times as I would do in England. I'm getting into a rhythm now. Very lucky to be close to the beach. It's raining here today, so at least I can get some nice, at least I can get some nice grounding and earthing and get in that ocean. So that's the best bit of this, and obviously the treatment as well. Yesterday was good, day 2. Day 3 today I had, because they've got a big bank holiday, Labor Day here tomorrow, so nobody's in, and I had 2 treatments today, so double dose, which means that I feel a bit fluey and a bit achy, and probably accumulation of a little bit of tiredness. And with the weather like this, it makes you feel a bit low, and I miss everyone at home. Like, I miss cooking, I miss being with the family, I miss my children, I miss my friends. And so there is a big lonely part of me that I'm acknowledging in this video. But then acknowledging the adventurer inside of me, I do enjoy some of the excitement, would you call it? Or possibly addicted to stress. So anyway, I'm working with a therapist through some of this stuff just to really bring awareness to the emotional component of healing and recovery. So that's where I'm at. We're about just over 25% of the way there with the GoFundMe campaign, which I'm extremely grateful for. And we've got quite a bit of a way to go. But if you could do anything to help support this mission, help support this quest that I've got to fully recover and essentially do what it takes and become non-negotiable with what I know and feel works, whilst listening to the experts in my team. And sometimes you have to disagree with some of the experts and go with your intuition, and that's what I've had to do in this case, and it's exactly what I had to do back in 2017 when I first came here. So please share this video, comment on it, and click the link in my bio or click the link on this story to do whatever you can to get my mission out there. I'm more than happy to share my story on podcasts, with the news, with the press, because whilst I love the NHS and I love the healthcare, the people in the healthcare system and the advances in modern science, there is a huge component of it that's missing. And with the rate of change of medicine that's not currently mainstream, where you have a very serious situation, you have to become the CEO of your own health. And even if you're not ill and you don't have a chronic illness like diabetes or early Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, the massive component of all of this is the modern lifestyle that's contributing to these illnesses and these diseases. So I'm hugely passionate about bringing my story to life with what I know now and seeing where the science is leading us, even though when you go into the likes of the NHS and other standard of care healthcare systems, they are eons away from integrating. Like healthcare starts with food. The healthcare system starts with food and agriculture. And environmental issues and challenges that we're faced with and our bodies are bombarded with and having to deal with. It's to do with the overconsumption of food, the overconsumption of poor quality ingredients. I urge you to get behind me, not just for me, but for everybody else that I could help along this journey. And it's now time for Mark to start speaking up and speaking out. And I just want to acknowledge in this video Andy Harrington and the Professional Speakers Academy, because for a very long time I didn't know what my mission was, what my purpose was, and I felt like I was busy trying to be an entrepreneur, trying to be a high performance coach, taking my attention away from what was most important to me and my family, which is my health. And so as I speak to this and speak into this right now, I feel passionate, I feel driven, and I feel like I want to make a difference and help create the change, because we all know what we need to do. It's just a matter of getting access to it. Like I did a quick search the other day, how much of the world's food is organic or biodynamic, and there's only 2% of the world's land of agriculture that is biodynamic or organic. We just need to start looking at our soil and our terrain, which then influences our gut biome, to understand that we are part of nature and we cannot think that we are cleverer, more intelligent than nature its very self. So let's embrace science, let's embrace spirituality, and let's embrace the whole of who we are, not just a small element of that. Sending you a huge amount of love, courage, strength, because together we can make a difference. On my own I can't. Let's do what you can to help me. It's taken me 5 years, 6 years to get back here. It's taken me to move out of my way. It's taken me 3 triathlons, 3 relapses, therapy that nearly killed me because of a medical error that happened in the last treatment phase before I had the CAR T. Like, these things do happen, and that's another reason why you can't just be a passenger on your health journey, whether you're dealing with an illness or not. I love you. I love life. Please help me.